guys, so it's been a little bit since we have talked, but I wanted to come on today and share with you some of my favorite podcasts. I know that I have said I was going to make this video for a while now, and I always do tweet out sometimes about podcasts and stuff if you follow me on Twitter, but I really have, honestly, every single day while I'm here doing work, I listen to podcasts. And finally today I said I'm going to sit down, no matter what I'm wearing or look like, and tell you guys some of my favorite podcasts. If you guys are interested in podcasts, I don't know if a lot of you listen to them or not, but basically it's like an online, sorry, my phone should turn that on silent. So basically it's like an online radio show, basically. I can look up the technical term for you. This way it's probably going to describe it much better than I can. So basically a podcast is a digital audio file made available on the internet for downloading to a computer or portable media player, so your phone, typically available as a series, new installments of which can be received by subscribers automatically. So like a lot of the podcasts I listen to, they'll update weekly and stuff like that. And the best part about it is they're basically all free. I've never seen one that you had to pay for, so as far as I know, they're all free. And yeah, don't pay attention to my nails. I'm like looking at my nails in the viewfinder and they look crazy. But I've had those claws on for most of the summer, like the longer nails, and I'm just not made for long nails at all. I'm such a rough person, I've found, and the straw, I actually put up with them for a while. But the straw that broke the camel's back was I was playing dodgeball with like my family, and I caught the ball and literally it was like a nail explosion. It was just like off topic, but anyways, so by no means are the ones that I'm going to mention the only ones I listen to, but definitely the ones that I have been listening to so much lately and can really tell you guys to just go listen to them. So one of the first ones I wanted to mention is Shane and Friends. It's actually Shane Dawson from here on YouTube. He does a podcast. He just started not too long ago with a co-host, and I believe her name is Jessie Buttafuoco, and they're just hilarious. I mean, it's Shane Dawson. If you guys watch him, you know why his podcast is good. He has guests on, does a lot of interviews, stuff like that. Love it, and it's always funny to listen to. I have to say, one of my favorites definitely is Psychobabble by Tyler Oakley. He does the podcast with his best friend. Of course, I can't think of his name right now. Corey Cool. And yeah, it's just hilarious. Like literally, it's like listening to two best friends that are completely hilarious, talk to each other about different topics. Again, they have guests and do a lot of interviews, but always one of my favorites, and it's just like a happy podcast. So I'm just going to mention two more, one being Jenna and Julian's podcast. Jenna Marbles from YouTube, you have to know who she is. She has a podcast with her boyfriend Julian, and they just kind of started out like real low budget, just in their living room, recording a podcast. Since they've also done a video channel where you can watch them recording the podcast, which is really cool. And they are honestly like built this huge podcast room, and they've been doing really well. But it's so cool to listen to. Like they don't do a lot of interviews or anything, but it's basically just like, you know, listening to them talk about topics or debating or stuff like that. It's a lot of like pop culture or relevant stuff today, and it's just fun to listen to a couple just go back and forth a little bit about their, you know, their opinions and stuff. So I don't know, I just really enjoy their podcast. And pretty cool, I tweeted that I listened to her podcast and I enjoyed the one about Kanye West. And then she started following me on Twitter, so that's pretty cool. I gotta appreciate that about Jenna Marbles. But not least is definitely, I have to say, my favorite podcast right now, and it has been for a while, is Straight Talk with Ross. And that's kind of, obviously there's a theme here of what I like to listen to, but he is known for being on Chelsea Lately. He also had his own show, Hello Ross, and he is just so happy and funny to watch. He's so hilarious. He has a podcast with his manager Mark, which is really entertaining because they always rag on him and make fun of him, but he's a trooper about it. It's really funny. His best friend from childhood, another one of his friends, and it's definitely more professional and organized because they do it at the Podcast One studio, so it's a lot more like theme songs and different segments and different games, and they have callers call in, they have like email of the week. It's just really entertaining, and like every different segment has its own like theme music. It's really cool. It's definitely very well produced. That's one thing I can say. So if you guys were looking for more of like educational or different podcasts like that. Obviously that's not really what I'm always into. These are just some of my favorites right now. But if you guys know of any podcasts that I should be listening to, just let me know and I'll definitely check them out because it's just great while I'm driving, working, in the shower. I just lately always want to listen to a podcast. Like, there's sometimes I'm in the music mood, but I don't know, just something really comforting about just hearing people talk. Is that weird? Because when I was younger, I did not want to listen to people talk. My dad listened to talk radio, and I was like, but yeah, definitely let me know if you guys even listen to podcasts. I think it's interesting whenever, sometimes it depends on who I'm talking to. When I say I'm listening to podcasts, they either look at you like I'm crazy or they listen to podcasts themselves. So there's definitely two types of people in this world. Let me know what you guys think about podcasts and some that I should be listening to. But yeah, that's it for now. Just wanted to come on and make this quick video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye!